or at the end, notice the system always said archive your a recording. Do you want to stop recording or something?
No, you can go, because we disabled all the recording automatically. So when you see it on the screen,
It's not really.
Come back there, make some dessert, give up that, or keep it. They in a state where they're cooking. Now, what changes are the phone?
just let the people know we'll be starting here momentarily.
What changes are that?
My system's quicker, so let's do this. Let's go here. Got me at the end of my second.
I will turn this down.
Yeah, we got that's 1 week. You're gonna have to deal with this. Just hang in there. Okay, so what I need to do here is do this, yes, because I'm gonna make myself the host over here. Yes. Same process.
Now what?
What happens is I don't use this computer. This is like a alternative computer. So the restream only picks up the Facebook to the primary compute, which is why it's too much of a hassle right now. We press the time. Here I already got it loaded in. So I don't have to worry about any log on configurations. So let's just see if I'm right. Okay, so.
This one is not.
We'll take care of that. So there's Bryant right there. It's real easy once you get to use it, but it can freak you out at first. So now we're in the right town. Okay. And there it is right there.
Okay.
So
now we're watching a live stream. They're using that as a
So I'll already turn this on because we're going to be communicating with the people as they log on. And I'll show you that here in just a second. We got that. Now let's open up YouTube. You do the same on yours. Go to a browser and just look up YouTube. YouTube pops up right there.
Where's that? Oh,
Here's your choice number. And you open up YouTube. Right there. When you go ahead, just switch accounts. Let's see if we're going temporary. Sign.
And then I
Just put
because he
it
left. I didn't know, right?
in. Man,
Initiated a
if under me, we can switch. See, hit my account. This goes something.
See, for this multi switches.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, you're in the Bryant account.
Well, I didn't even push click.
That's perfect. Okay, so now you can set up on the camera. And you're not have to do video issues. Oh, maybe the pin. Here's the reason why. It should be.
how long is exercise? Raise the raise of it. I want you to be able to pass the administrative stuff.
So
So
you set yourself up to do that. Once you're done with that, then you can go and stuff.
Okay.
You need to set it up. The best you can and mitigate. Background noise. Okay, let's go back to rescreen.
I have in this session, all right, so I see these two sessions. You got a Zoom meeting. So start another round. Yeah.
All right, good afternoon, good afternoon. It is after 3 p.m. We are going to start.
Go to restream.
Financial literacy. So welcome. Well, and, we got a lot of activities going on here at the church, so there'll be some background noise, but we are going to get through this. We're going to get through it. All right, here we go. Today's format is going to be slightly different, so I'm going to leave. So,
Your camera's off.
Hold on.
Let's do our side. Let's see.
It's not on?
There she is. It is on.
There she is.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome. Today's format is going to be slightly different. We are going to do several slides. Hi, Lorraine, welcome. We're going to do some slides. Is that better? Can you hear me? Lorraine?
Is that better?
You still can't hear me?
You still can't hear me? Okay.
I can hear you, but it's not clear.
Not loud? Okay.
It's not
It's
loud?
loud
Okay.
enough. It's
Stand
just
by.
not clear.
Well, it's not clear, she said.
I guess there's a lot of other noise out here.
You just have to let us do it. We're doing the best we can with it.
All right, so we're doing the best we can. With,
All right.
ambient noise.
Best we can with the ambient noise we have
Hopefully
here. So hopefully they'll
just work through this. And, we're gonna do a few slides.
We're gonna do a
and
few
we're going to stop.
we're going to stop for questions.
But
So
if you
if
have
you have
any questions, we'll make sure we have.
questions, we'll
I can't
make sure we have.
understand you, Karen. I can't understand you.
Let's go with our presentation.
There's a lot of
Right
echoing
here?
or background noise. I can't understand.
Okay.
All right, can you see my screen, Lorraine?
All right, can you?
I see you on.
Needing information. Yeah.
Can you all see my screen?
I can.
Can you see my?
All right. Yeah, I know this about to be, so I got a copy.
Can hear you.
but I can't share my screen for whatever reason.
Why not?
When share multiple screens and
Multiple,
simultaneously.
right. So you
It
should be able
says
to share.
You want to switch the presentation now, right?
So sorry. Hold on. Let's do that.
You got it?
I got it. Okay. How's that?
All right.
All right. So today we're going to talk about financial.
And I am Karen Arnold, for those of you.
And I am Karen Arnold, for those of you that have.
Why is money so important?
It provides
Options for you to live a
for
better
you to
life.
live a better life.
It puts you in control.
It puts you in control here on
earth to be his hands, his eyes, his physical human angel. We can feed the poor, house the folks without, clothe the folks that need clothing, provide scholarships for you, books for our students, buy enough backpacks in the community and fill them to capacity. Your earning power. Your greatest wealth building tool is your income. Your ability to earn is your most valuable asset. What steps have you taken to protect your earning power in the event of a death? Or a disability. How much money available to financial objectives, such as funding a child's college education or enjoying a secure retirement. Eliminate stress. Taking the pulse of your finances. What is your SOH? The components of financial health include spending, control social media. Have you ever noticed when you're on IG or Facebook, you keep pop-ups or things that you were thinking, Google, things that you looked for? That's because they're tracking. So control that spending for good financial health.
I did.
Say for now and for the
Paste it.
Get
in the chat.
control.
Okay.
For cars, things like that.
Karen, I don't know what you're saying.
Plan for now and your portfolio needs to be on your customized goals. It needs to be based on your customized goals, not just your age and your tolerance for risk.
So make sure
it's based on your goals. You're not Congress, so you can print some more money. Let's unpack paying off debt. We hear a lot about debt. Talk about how to make that a reality. Start by gathering all your bills, including the mortgage. List them on a piece of paper. List them again, smallest, the largest. Don't worry about the interest rate unless two are very similar. Now, if you can just pay off the smallest amount, do so immediately. On the others, make minimum payments. Once the smallest debt is paid off, then roll whatever monthly payment you were paying on them and keep making minimum payments on the rest. Keep going. This is how that snowball works. The point is of the debt snowball is that you get some quick wins immediately. Paying off debt is not always about motivation. When you see the results, you stay motivated. Personal finance, 20% head knowledge, 80% behavior. A mountain of credit card bills, concentration, and unnecessary.
Oh, I did have it.
Let's unpack the 60-second daily financial check that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Have each of your bank
Have each of your bank accounts send you daily balances.
You can set alerts.
You can set alerts or thresholds, such as spending balances under $100 or over $1,000.
So as an example, when my balance is greater than zero,
send me an email
for
for
the
the
checking
checking
account.
account.
When my balance is
My balance is less than $100.
That means I need to stop spending money.
The fund
When the fund or transferred
or processed or a check gets deposited,
I want to be alerted.
I want to be alerted. I want to know my bank account.
Do a
budget look ahead. If it's Monday, what bill?
Especially if you're not using
one of the apps.
So you
that I
just monitor.
suggested, like Prism or Mint. Prism actually sends you an email saying, hey, you've got a paycheck coming up on Friday. These are the bills that are due this week. How much money you'll have left over
for your
discretionary spending. So,
on Monday, do you look ahead for the week?
on Monday, do you look ahead for if today is payday? What bills have been deferred to payday?
Right.
If there's a large gas.
If there's a large gas bill, water bill, power bill, pay
And I know.
or pay on it. If you know you can't handle that, it miraculously just went up because the DWP, then go ahead and
Karen,
pay on it.
Karen.
For some of those bills. Fortunately, the gas bill and the DWP, pardon me, they're on my nerves this week. So sorry. That's personal. They rates willy-nilly and don't send you any notices in advance. But the point of the story is, if it's a large, fortunately, they credit companies. So it won't ding your credit, but pay something on them. You can always defer them too. They have a lot of programs because they know their rates are ridiculous. All right, moving right along. Love your life. Identify, prioritize, and realize your goals. Now let's unpack the year-end financial checkup. Does your emergency fund have enough in it? Did your mortgage go up? If it did, you're going to need to adjust that. Max out your IRA contribution. Portfolio need to be rebalanced. And when I'm talking about rebalancing, I'm not talking about 25, 25, 25 for stocks, bonds, and that type of thing. I'm talking about rebalancing towards your goals. You may need some income. You may need some U.S. equities. You balancing that way to achieve your goals. You can harvest your losses also. Now, TLH is tax loss harvesting. You harvest to reduce your tax rate. So the way you work that is sometimes you sell off your investments that are doing well. You also sell off some that are losers. And so that you can take the write-off for that loss. So that's called TLH, tax loss harvesting. Review your life insurance policies. This is part of your year-end financial checkup. Spend down that FSA each year because you know your FSA does not roll over. You have the first quarter of the year to spend the money left in your flexible spending account, but after that, that money is gone. You want to make sure you get eyes checked, whatever you need to do. Get some dental work, get some deep cleaning, whatever happens, spend that money down. Do not let them hold your money. Review your homeowner's insurance. Do you have adequate insurance? Did you add on to your house? You may need more insurance. Did you change jobs this year? Do you need to roll over your old 401 into an IRA? Is your 401 easily accessible? Leave the job, pardon me, when you separate it and that IRA becomes a attack or to use. So you want to roll it into something that you've got control over. Consider a tax deductible contribution. So we all here are tithers, so you may want to do a year-end bulk charitable distribution. You want to do something, spread it out a little bit, and do, I typically do I do Goodwill, and sometimes Out of the Closet. There's other places you can do, the Salvation Army. All of them are willing to take donations. So you don't want to do over 500 for each of them. You want to do just a balance, just enough to get that tax write-off if you need to. So we talked about that. Review your spending plan for the upcoming year and set up some automatic to bump up your savings next year, depending upon what's going on in your life, or if you've got a big trip plan, savings a little bit, that trip. Prioritize your retirement plan. No, if you're doing it now. The beautiful thing about you being and thinking about your retirement is you can save less, will go the distance. Okay, so consider that. The goal is to shoot your salary invested by age 35. So what does that mean? If I'm 35, I need to have 100,000 in my 401. Set some benchmarks for yourself. You know, my husband and I were younger. We always talked about making our age. So we talked about doubling our age, 4 times our age. Benchmarks for you. You will achieve them. Let's unpack financial checkup. We all need to take a look at our life and see what major changes have happened. Did we get married? Did we get divorced? Do we have, when you have, people say all the time, don't do anything in the first 6 months. But there are some things you do for 6 months. If I'm a divorce, I want to pull my spouse's name off of my life insurance at my company. I don't want something to happen to me in those 6 months and then the money go to the bucket of nothing, right? I want it to go to my children, whatever, my grandchildren, my godchildren, whatever. So always take a look at what has happened majorly in your life. Adequate insurance, life insurance, long-term care insurance, car renter's insurance, whatever. Once a year, go through your insurance needs and make sure you have enough. You can also save money by bundling things. So one of the things I did last year during my life, checkup, is I went to Costco. Costco sells car insurance and homeowners insurance. So I bundled my package with Costco, and that's a wonderful thing because it saved me some money. So look at who's offering you the best prices. When you're shopping for the car insurance and the house insurance for sure, let them know you have fire extinguishers. You get a little bit of discount for that. For the car insurance, let them know you have low jack or you have when it tells you you have lane control monitoring and all that good stuff. Those also give you good discount, $20 back in your pocket. Do you have a will? Does your will need updating? Review it every 5 years. Do you have a trust? Does your trust need updating? You should review your trust every, verify that you have adequate car insurance, always for the best rate. We talked about the good driver discount, the military discount, and bundling. We all talked about that. Times change, people change, it's changed too. At this point, we're going to take a brief break and open the floor up for questioning. So you can ask me questions if you have a question. That's going to be our format for this. We're going to do a few slides, Miss Jane, and then we're going to open for questions. Before we start our questions, I'm going to say FOMO can lead to oh no. You only live once. People say that all the time. So they spend. Fear of missing out. So they keep spending. But guess what? It will lead to oh no. So watch your finances. Do we have any questions? You can unmute yourself. And I'll check the chat real quick.
Karen? Karen? Can you hear me?
Any questions, Miss Jane?
No, I was gonna say, you know, when you mentioned about things change, you know, like if you should get a divorce or whatever, you know, you really need to make sure that you change your insurance, your retirement plan and all that kind of stuff. We've dealt with that. And most people forget about it. And like you say, if you got a divorce and something happened to you the next 6 months and you haven't changed it, the money's going to go to the husband instead of your children. So people really need to check that. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately, I've had a couple friends lose their spouses, and then when things happen, lo and behold, that ex-spouse is on it, and so the ex-spouse gets to come into a little chunk of money, and that is not what they planned after that divorce. So yes. All right. Unpacking the bad and talking about. These are just the ones that I use. Prism is the best way to, this is what they say on their website. Prism is the best way to check all your balances, track your paydays, and pay your bills anytime, anywhere, and you can pay via their app. Best of all, it's completely free. Prism is the ultimate financial planning app that replaces all your other banking apps. Improve your The pro is you can log on from your smart. So that's the exciting thing about Prism. Mint your banking. So all of your banking accounts can go through there. Your savings accounts, your credit cards, it consolidates all your accounts together with one logon. So you do not need to put the work into following multiple accounts. Mint brings them all together in one spot for you. Everything from spending, your balances, your budgets, your credit scores, everything. You can access your whole, on one app. The pro is you can log in or your desktop. And that's why I use two. Because I like to do a lot of stuff at work, and we're not allowed to have cell phones at work. So I can use my desktop as well to control it. Now let's unpack more budgeting apps. A lot of people don't like Prism. A lot of people don't like Mint. So there are a lot of apps. Find something that works for you. The top tips to Prism are QuickBooks, Desktop Pro, NetSuite, Financial Force, which is a financial management, ERP, Sage Intacct, Big Time, Salesforce Revenue Cloud, FreshBooks, and Paymo. So I'm going to open up the floor in. There's still time to get this done. The budgeting, are there any questions on the floor today? All right, hopefully you all have gotten your budgeting done. Let's move on to the next section here. Let's unpack the credit bureaus, companies. They're space, and their job is to deny you credit or a job. The three top credit bureaus are Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Number 4 behind these big three, this is called Innovus. They were created in 1970. They're a privately held company, and they are a supplementary company. In 1899, they are publicly traded. Started in 1963, they are publicly traded. Experian started in 1996, they are publicly traded. So maybe adding some big three have been around for a while, you may want to invest in them or buy some stock. The stock is actually, I believe all three of them were under $100 last week. So now, if you're going as a car dealer in Vegas or in the gaming industry, there is a separate credit check NCC, the National Credit Check Inc. And that's because they want to make sure you don't have any bad credit, all of that good stuff before they actually offer you a job. Now, in the old days when people used to write checks, which is just a couple of years ago, they still check and they store information on their write checks that don't clear. There's CoreLogic, which is a credit code, free company as well. They talk about personal property. So sometimes when you want to be a voyeur in Palos Verdes or up in the Malibu, they will actually run you through LexisNexis first to make sure house that you're looking at. So the best way to do that is if you like to look at those types of homes to get design ideas and you don't want to buy the magazines, you obviously could watch HGTV live and in person for one of those Christmas tours where they decorate their house. They do that in Manhattan Beach and Redondo Beach, and several people open up their homes and you put on booties and go in and you get to see all of it without having your credit ran. All right, and for they have the insurance information exchange. They track whether or not, when you are applying for car insurance and stuff like that, they track in excessive car accidents where you have sued for loss. You up for a car accident. So there are a lot of databases out there tracking your information and that conversation. Let's talking to credit. You talk to have some old debt out calls you tourism because people talk to them. Calls you, happy to speak to them. Money that they loans charge off on paid. Did you sign paperwork that said that when they came with the credit card? Most of us don't. Most of us get that credit card, pop it in our wallet, agree to be sold. I don't think so. Title is what's relevant. Proof that you're into a, that is why they you admit you do to bully you with a debt validation email validation, and they will keep calling. You know if they are lying, their job to lie to you. Not talk to them online. Let's I'm talking to them. Happy to speak with them. If they call, negotiate a creditor report. Must be the creditor named. Fees, no pay, should not $1,000 because you do this, but if they say that's not that I owe you money, you owe debt validation. Get the amount in writing and only pay what is all of it. Don't pay on it and to your check taking money. They're gonna keep taking. You can set up just run down to the, give them that where your paycheck goes, because they will paycheck if they have not, or wait 7 years for or a car 5. You can explain to them in my past steps to pay my. If you talk to them like they are real people, they will talk and they will respect and learn. Just tell them, I did it. Open up for questions again, like there's no tomorrow. Any questions?
We have a very poor connection, Karen. It's hard
Yes.
to, you're coming and going in and out.
Yeah, I'm getting up the internet too.
Yeah, I mean, we hear a couple of words and then we miss the rest of the sentence.
Hold on.
Okay.
Something.
Were you hearing clearly, Jane?
It should be better.
You can just
Okay,
shake
we
your
changed.
head.
We changed connection.
I did too, because the reception was bad and there was a lot of echoing, so I didn't hear the beginning. I had put it in the chat.
She's okay.
Uh-oh, we lost Jane.
Did you kill him?
There's nothing in it. Yeah. There's nothing in it.
Okay. That worked out a little bit better. All right. Let's move. All right. About financial security. What protect your family.
2254.
Happen to our when our earning power increases at retirement, family's future. How will your family be able to replace your earning power in the event that you die early? So you want to have some things set up in place. That's when we're talking providation. How Much of your earning power will be available to help you your child's education, preparing for disability, unable to work, increase your earning power, making your earning power will dearly on mortgage interest. Have you made to have funds available to pay your estate settlement costs at your death? There is one last you die. Should be protecting your family. If your objective is family's future, did you know your great power? Did you know it could die? Or dies in family expenses. Security was intended in cost of your security audited. Would you expect sufficient income to power if something happened? Would you to earn as would family expenses be cut in half? The death of a specific provision for regular monthly dependents. You made that to attend college. You suggestions of things to start probing your thoughts. Why prepare for your retirement? Most people retire savings going. Having a your income you need during retirement. The goal is to retire and stay retired. Supplement, not your. Know that you will pay retirement income. Set up. Start logging on. Benefits will. Which your Social Security check, your pension, fund distributions. Consider not want all of that money. Get a physical or know where you're retire. Average Americans retirement savings is if you're 30 years old, 51,000. About 90,000. If you're age 55 to 64, it's about 120. The average savings by age, according to research from the Federal Reserve. If you retire and you only have 100, that's 20 or 30 years. You have to consider when you're retired, you're thinking about the long haul here. The average we live in and our medical care, most of us are being to 30 years. That's 20 to 30 years. About how much you're going to need for the next 20 to 30 years. It is never too late to get your. So I'm going to open. If you have any questions or questions? Okay, we're still a bit back through, and what we will probably represent presentation at a later date when we have a better connection. I do thank you for being here. Providing for your child education. If your objective is education, over the past decade, from 2016 to 20, the total fees at 4 has increased 3.5% every year beyond inflation. While tuition nonprofit four-year colleges has 0.4% beyond inflation. 2016 to 2017, the average tuition fees books, we're just talking $90 for public college, $5,000 for private nonprofit colleges, compared to $19,543 2015 to 2016. Full-time work, 25 and older with a bachelor's degree, come in 20 of 56 more, $35,000 earned by full-time high school diploma, while those with a earn a medium income, which rose to $200 with a professional degree. Now, the source of this was college. In the old days, I was going to work on my undergrad. I paid for, and it was easily to be done. First, then went. I would highly suggest that is still a good way. Same classes are the same at a four-year university. It is not where you start. It is where you finish it and how you finish the rest. It's laden down, then are you really finishing? Well, of course you're finishing. Going to be comfortable. Be comfortable. Of course, our kids with their, because the cost is so much. At some point, you have to dial it back and go, I have to save for my retirement. So what we did with our son is we'll pay for 5 engineering degree. We'll pay. But if you want to, you need to pay for that. For me, for my employer pay for. You want to look for a company that has been, might be an opportunity to pay for your. Providing for the child's education. Objective to provide. Well, may I ask, do you expect the children to attend a state or private school? These are things. Current cost. Board. The college costs will go. Do you of your child's education Make sure they exhaust all their opportunities in advance. Take the cost out of your current income. Do you want to accumulate part they are needed? So when the baby is born, you start a college education. How much money have you saved for educational needs? Tax incentives today. In your opinion, do you think grants will be more or less available in the future? It's big money and it's big business, so there'll probably be more available in the future. Preparing for if you're for a disability, you know, able longer or than the odds of dying during your working years. From 2005 through 2014, of about 35% of social ability claims were eventually average monthly disability benefit 2015, $1,100. If you are disabled, then you have let's continue talking about a disability. You know that many people have serious major. There have been improvements in cancer diagnosis and treatments in the last 5 years of a relative survival rate. All cancers diagnosed with 49%, up from 49%, and most surviving. Published by NerdWallet, debt collection agencies 3 times and credit card debt. In fact, according to the study, nearly of all persons in the United States are caused by medical debt. Loans and grants available in the future. We're preparing for need to make sure those prepared to pay for their own college. Do you consider to be your greatest asset? How much money would you access to pay for your expenses if you or could not? If you are able and cannot, you count on Social Security expenses? Just earning power ceases when you have a problem. Open it up again for questions. Chat. In your body, you should be managing your money. Given no questions, we're going to continue unpacking this. Paying off mortgage. If your objective is to pay mortgage is double even of your home. Do you know the real cost of buying a home? If you make does it make consider the investment opportunity created with the funds that otherwise go to your mortgage. Mortgage off early, save tens of thousands in needless mortgage company not be recovered emergency. Selling your home, those dollars, or refinancing your home to recoup out a second mortgage. If in fact your credit is available to do that. When you make extra your mortgage, you can pay extra each month. You can make sure you mark it. You can make extra each month, 1,000, whatever is financially convenient for you. Something, get principal only. Do not pay them 2 payments. Your PTI, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, twice. Do make sure you label it specifically because you get payments. Estate plan. Did you know several unwanted forward for their share of your estate? Is your will up to date? You named guardian. Under 2017 law, federal estate tax as much as 40% of the value of your estate. Why you need to have a trust. 40% of your estate is 50. Settlement costs generally must be paid in cash. Once your estate taxes paid in cash within 9 months of your death. Pardon me. And that's what I was, yes, it does cost. There is one last payment that must be made. Proper estate planning can reduce or estate settlement problems. Your family might otherwise, they're already upset and distraught that you're gone. Let's not put cash available for estate taxes within 9 months. How difficult percent to 60% to cash in complicating your estate? Have you considered power of attorney? In the event of your disability or incapacitation, the value of trust. A 4-step process for managing your finances in order to achieve personal security. Here's the 4-step process. Analyze current situation. Identify goals. Develop and implement a plan. Step your plan on a regular basis. Financials. The longer, the more difficult your personal finances. The financial success. To achieve personal financial success, pay yourself. Save more, spend less. Be aware of your habits. If you like to vacation, whatever your habits are, even a massage to our habits. So watch out for life. You don't always have to shop. Yeah. It out. Do it if you can. Anticipate your needs. Research value and multiple or less. By with there can do to trim. Now, it's a financial checkup, not a checkout. The takeaways for today's talk should be establish a budget and monitor your funds regularly. Fund available. Purchase. Identify the root of why you keep accumulating debt. So when we have a little, we tend to shop better. The root cause of it can be out of debt with the federal rates, the Fed rising rates, making it debt more expensive. So we need to slow off our debt. Failure to plan is a plan to fail. Now, in our wrap up, we have covered a lot of information. I thank you all for being patient with us but to look rich. To have the courage to go out there until you find your what you hustle money. Wake up daily, pray and hustle. But everything needs money. Until you're hated you, if you're now watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they watch your habits, for they become character. For what we think, wrap up. I've got a dream in my sleep. The struggle you're in, developing the you need for tomorrow. Do you get tired? Yeah. Give up? No. The hustle, the experience, persistence. Time and your attention strong. You never are in. Thank you, everyone. Are there? Thank you so much for joining. Wonderful evening.
I'm afraid we didn't hear a lot, fortunately. Can you hear me, Jane?
I can
hear me, Karen? I meant Karen.
Oh,
I can hear you.
Okay, Jane and I were communicating by text because we could not understand most of what you said, because usually I have a lot of notes, but I wasn't able to take any notes because I didn't really get the information.
yeah. It kept cutting off.
I mean, we could hear, you would say like 2 words and then we didn't hear the rest. And then later it come back with another word and maybe no more. So we really didn't get the benefit of I know it was a good presentation, I'm sure, but we didn't really get it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened.
We'll do a summary of the presentation, clearer thing going on, and we'll work that out. We'll do it in a sound room.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate you ladies being
Okay.
here. Thank you.
And you're welcome, and
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
I mean, I know Sevilla. Are you out?